All right, everyone, welcome to our first ever session where I'm going to actually teach this language for free. And hopefully, you got actually the video from different sort of platform, from my Facebook, from my TikTok, from my YouTube channel as well. So it's lovely to actually see you guys here. That you guys are so serious to learn this language, and thank you very much for coming. And as this is free, this is totally free, so that's why there would not be a lot of people would not take this class so seriously, and I understand this one. But whoever would actually be here with me here in this platform, especially the whole time, I can assure one thing, that you guys are going to learn something that is really important for you to know. Okay, so it's up to you, because there is no one is going to actually force you to stay here. No one is going to actually force you to leave. So you can come, you can go, whatever you can do, because these are free, and you haven't actually paid anything for these kind of classes. And we are Bengali people. We have got a tendency that if we actually get any kind of free from any kind of person, so that time we do not actually give that much value that we should actually give. Today what I'm going to actually teach is that today we are going to be talking about pronunciation. I know you guys can speak a little bit, maybe there are some other people who cannot speak properly, so it's for everyone, it's average, because I don't know you guys, I don't know your level. So are you guys able to speak English or not, even though I haven't no idea, because I randomly actually upload some videos in my Facebook page at the same time in my YouTube channel, and you guys got that kind of link and you are here. So it's gonna be really tough for me to assess or judge about your English, but I would actually take everyone that you guys are beginner, and today, based on average, we'll be actually trying to learn something new, and hopefully you guys can hear me properly. Okay, so without further delay, let's start our today's session. And today we're going to be talking about pronunciation. Just follow my instruction. Okay, only follow my instruction. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, just follow my instruction the way I'm going to actually say. Just repeat after me whenever I say. Just follow my instruction and listen to me carefully. Okay, listen to my face whenever I'm going to actually produce different sort of sounds. This is also important to know how to actually make these sounds. What would be tongue position, what would be lip position to make this kind of sounds. So yep. All right, so hi everyone. As you know that my name is MD Morrison, and currently I'm from Melbourne, Australia. So I've been living here for over more than 2 years, and I have got pretty much ideas about English because I used to be an IELTS trainer back in 2023 to 2024 in Bangladesh, one of the renowned coaching center, you can say. So from that particular experience, I didn't actually stop learning this language. Still, I'm learning and trying to actually teach this language to the people who really need this one. So based on this one, you guys maybe have been following me for a long time from YouTube. You guys know me from various platforms, and I really appreciate that you are actually spending quality time with me. And today I would be actually making something good for you, so that you can actually feel that you haven't actually wasted your time. Okay, let's start. I'm going to actually show my slide. I would be actually sharing a slide with you, and after the session I would be sharing that particular slide, especially the presentation slide, with all of you in our WhatsApp group. So if you are not in our WhatsApp groups, you guys cannot actually join to our class anytime. Okay, so it's mandatory to actually stay in our WhatsApp groups all the time, that we're going to actually conduct different sort of sessions. So that will be really, really good for everyone. So now I'm going to actually share my slides, and you don't have any idea that what we are going to do, because I haven't told you. Maybe I actually gave you a little bit idea, but you don't have that much idea. So it's okay. Okay, it's totally fine that if you haven't actually got that much idea, stay here, try to actually adjust, and also try to cooperate with me. Just 1 second. Try to cooperate with me, and that would be really beneficial for you, for me at the same time, because I don't want to get any kind of no problem from your side. So let me actually share my screen. There you go. So here is the slide that we are going to actually talk about today. Okay, so that is the thing. I think you guys can see it, right? So I would be actually sharing with you this slide, and today we're going to be talking about pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation is really important because we all can speak English. Maybe we are in beginner level, maybe we are in advanced level. Sometimes maybe we can actually consider ourselves that we are in intermediate level. But the thing is that we cannot actually produce the perfect sounds, especially we cannot pronounce the words correctly, which is really mandatory and which can make the variation between you and a native person. Okay, so that's why we are going to work on the pronunciation from now on, and there would be a lot of strategy to actually practice this kind of pronunciation. Hopefully you guys would like it. There would be a lot of challenge, there would be a lot of fun into this session. So yeah, let's start. So as you know that in English there are 26 alphabets. There are 26 alphabets, but based on these 26 alphabets there are 44 sounds. These sounds called IPA symbol. Okay, IPA symbol, or in another way, these sounds are called phonetic sound. These sounds are so important to speak English like native people, to speak English clearly. So there are 24 consonant sound and 20 vowel sounds. So today we're going to be actually just working on 6 consonant sounds, and based on these 6 consonant sound we would try to realize the improvement. If you think that your English is not good, stay here for a long time, then you will feel like, okay, this is the way I should actually practice today or from now on. Okay, so you can see like a person's mouth. At the same time you can see English pronunciation workshop, mastering consonant sounds. So these are the sounds, these are the sounds, and how to actually recognize which is sound, which is not. Remember this one, that if you get any kind of word in between 2/, any kind of, not word actually, any kind of symbol. So for example, we usually call this one as alphabet. So as alphabet, this is P. This is P, right? As alphabet, this is B. As alphabet, this is V. But if you actually give here, put 2/ and put them in between 2/, then these will become phonetic sounds. These will become IPA symbol. These will become English sounds. Now, you cannot say this is P. You cannot say this is B. You can't say this is V. Now, these are sounds and you will have to make the sound. How to actually pronounce them? Like P, B, V, P, B, V, P, B, V. You see? That's the thing. And why we need this kind of sounds, why this is so important, that's because whenever you will get a lot of words. So for example, if I just go back, look, this is a story that we're going to practice today. Okay, we'll be fixing all the things from this story. So as this is a story, you see there are so many words. These words are starting with different sort of alphabet. This is O, this is U, this is A, this is T, this is T, this is was, and this is B. So as these words are starting with the alphabet, based on that particular alphabet, there would be a particular sound that we are going to practice. As I told you, there are 44 sounds, but we'll be actually just having a look. Only 6 sounds today, and then we will be trying to fix all of our pronunciation based on today's session. So whenever you will get a word that is starting with that particular alphabet, and as that alphabet already got a sound, you will have to make the sound before saying or pronouncing the word. So for example, here, if you just have a look, okay, this is D-A-Y, right? What is the first alphabet? This is D. So based on this one, there is a consonant sound, and that is D. D. Okay, so you are not saying like D-A. I mean, pronouncing the whole alphabet first, like D, D, day. It's not like that, okay? It's a sound. Day. Day. This is called D, D sound. And here, A and Y, it will get another sound, okay? This is vowel sound. There are 2 sounds, and with these 2 sounds, this word actually consists of. So like D, A, D, A, day, day. You see? So that's why for English perfect pronunciation, we need to work on a lot of sounds, especially those 44 sounds. Okay, so now let's start. Now I would like to actually go one by one, because I don't want you guys to just listen to me. I want you to engage with me. I want your participation, so that we can actually make our today's lecture better and you guys feel comfortable. So now, before talking about these sounds, I would like to actually go one by one to read this story first. Let's see how we are reading the story, or how we are telling the story now, and we will compare after knowing all the sounds, then how we are going to tell the story next time. Okay, I mean today, obviously today. So first we want to see how everyone read this story, how everyone tell this story. And after telling every single sort of things about this story, or all the words, making our perfection in this story, especially on the words and pronunciation, then we will see there would be a dramatic change, there would be a dramatic improvement. So yeah, that's what we're gonna actually see. So now, as there are so many participants, I want one by one to tell the story, okay, and then we'll be able to just go or move forward. Okay, now I would like to actually call Abu Said Bhai. Abu Said Bhai, can you hear me? Now you guys can unmute. Abu Said Bhai, can you hear me? Okay, so who would like to actually read the story first? Raise your hand. Who would like to tell the story? Please cooperate with me, guys. We are not here to actually waste our time. We are here to learn something. So yeah, now we got it. So yeah, all right. Just 1 second. Maybe I actually put some sort of restriction here for the participant. Let me actually take it back. Okay, Abu Said Bhaiya. Okay, now Abu Said Bhaiya, can you please unmute yourself? Let me. Okay. Yep. Can you hear me, Bhaiya?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for giving us for all the amazing opportunity
My pleasure.
to hear. Yes, thank you for that. And right now I am reading the story. Okay,
Yep.
so the title is The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor and he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. A, he picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy. Am I correct, brother?
Yeah, we will talk about this one. Okay, next. Arhan Bhaiya. So guys, try to actually realize, okay? Try to listen to them very, very carefully, that how they are reading their story right now, and then after improving their pronunciation, how they will tell their story next, okay? Now Arhan Bhaiya, you can unmute yourself and just read the story.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi
Thank
wa
you for
barakatuh.
giving me this opportunity.
My
So I'll
pleasure.
read this story. The Brave Boy and the Golden Bug. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a back park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much. Thank you very much. Muhammad Raisul Bhaiya. Yep, Muhammad Raisul Bhaiya, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah. Thank you so much, brothers, for giving me a chance. Okay. So now I can start. Okay. Moral story: The brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Van walked to school through a big park. On bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Van saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great, thank you very much, Raisul Bhaiya. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Yeah, you guys are really good at speaking English. So why are we here?
Yeah,
You guys are really good. Okay, Shariar Bhaiya, go on.
The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Shariar Bhaiya. You are great. Anyone else? Guys, this is your opportunity. If you do not speak, you would not be able to, fix your pronunciation problem. So it's really amazing opportunity. You can just raise your hand. Anyone else? Let me see. No one. Okay. So Soy Bhaiya has actually showed this thumbs up. Would you like to speak, Soy Bhaiya? Sorry, Rabbi Bhaiya,
Yes,
Rabbi.
sir.
You raise your hand.
Okay, bhai. The brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Okay, thank you very much. So Rabbi Bhaiya, go on. Okay, so did Rabbi Bhaiya actually tell the story right now, or Soy Bhaiya?
Yes, bhai. Yes.
Rabbi Bhaiya, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Soy Bhaiya, now please go on.
The brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great, Bhaiya, thank you very much. Rahmatullah Bhaiya.
The brave boy and golden bear. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a backpack. Once bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a bag bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. Bag was heavy.
Thank you
Thank
so much. Ashraful Bhaiya.
Okay, thank you, Vaya.
No worries.
The title is the story, moral story, and the brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone else? Anyone left? I guess no one has left. Okay, so you say, so we have already tell a story, and according to our preference, we try to actually tell the best story. I understand this one. So now let's learn the sounds first, okay? The 6 sounds that we are going to actually talk about. After that, we will return to this story, and then we will actually practice some tongue twisters so that we can actually tell this kind of words easily, and we can produce the sounds easily from our mouth. Okay, so let's start with me. Okay, let me actually show you how to tell this story in a great way. I'm not going to actually just go back and just talk about these sounds right now. We will read the story, and throughout reading the story or telling the story, we would be actually fixing all of our pronunciation problem today. Okay, let's see here. This is moral story. So whenever you get any kind of word that is starting with S, remember, that is starting with S, try to make a sound like S sound, okay? It's like S. So for example, instead of saying story, you can say story, okay? Initially, you can practice like this: story, 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 story. So if you actually notice native people, why you don't actually understand them? Because most of the time they force here, they make this kind of sound like s. You see, look, whenever they're talking, they're trying to actually produce these sounds, and you feel like, okay, they're so fast. Okay, they actually put the perfect sound in the perfect words. So any word that is starting with S, you need to actually make a sound like S in the beginning. Okay, so for example, okay, just cooperate with me, guys. So for example, if I ask Abu Sufyan Bhaiya, how do you actually pronounce this one?
Which one?
The one I'm
Moral
writing.
story. Okay, 7.
Okay, no, you need to make the sound like 7.
7.
Exactly. Initially, just
7.
try to actually make the sound like 7, 7, 7.
7.
So, for example, 67. How do you actually say that?
67.
Exactly.
7. 60.
67. You see? Like 67, 67, 67. But normally we say 67. So we do not actually pronounce the perfect way, okay? That's the important thing. This is another consonant sound. We'll be actually talking about this one later, okay? So our focus is on 6 consonant sound, not these are. But I'm just telling you guys, this is also important to know. So then the brave. This is also our today's topic, the pronunciation, okay? So this is alphabet, this is B, but the sound is B. B. Remember, this is voice sound, okay? If you actually touch your throat, you'll feel like there is a vibration, a small vibration to make this sound like B, B, B. You see, like B, B. So your two lips will touch together, okay? Your two lips will touch together. You're not going to actually produce any kind of air from your mouth, but you need to make this sound like B, B. So the brave, the brave. Okay, here is the interesting thing. You see, there is another ball, right? So we make the mistake here. We make a lot of mistakes, like to pronounce these sounds, to produce the sounds. So now, Abu Sufyan Bhaiya, how do you actually pronounce or produce sounds for both of them? One is B, another one is V.
I should pronounce it like that. Brave. Brave.
No. That's the sound. Like B and V.
But, but.
Okay, and
Sounds like that.
Another one?
But,
No.
but.
That's the thing, Bhaiya. So most of us, we would say brave, right? You see brave. So it means we are
Yes.
making the same sound like B. But there is different alphabet. How we can actually make the same sound? We can't. We can't actually make the same sound. So that's why we need to actually understand the phonetics. That's why we need to understand the sounds. So it would be V sound. Just focus on my lip. So the B sound is touching our two lips together. We are touching our two lips together and trying to actually make the sound. B. This is voiced. But for the V sound, our lower lip will touch our upper teeth, like V, V, V. So that's why instead of saying brave, you see brave, it will become brave, brave. You see, here we are trying to create the two different sounds for two different alphabets. Brave. The first one is will touch our two lips together. The second one, there would not be any kind of connection between our two lips. Brave, brave. So for example, that's we make a lot of mistakes on this one. Like we say village. You see, we are touching our lip to pronounce this word village, but this is not starting with the alphabet after A, B, right? It's starting with V. So that's why our sounds looks like Bengali. Our sounds looks like, or our accents looks like Indian or typical Bengali accents. So it will be V. That's why we need to say village, and very. This is very important. Not this is very important. Whenever we are saying berry, our two lips will touch together. So this is not the correct way to actually pronounce this one. Whenever we are saying the correct one, it will actually, our lower lip will go after the upper teeth and we'll try to make a noise and vibration in our throat like V. Okay, very important, village, various, vivek, various. You see, you understand? That's why we need to actually learn the phonetic sounds. Okay, good. The next one is starting with the same sound, bo. That's why we'll say boy. Okay, our lips are touching together like boy. So we usually say oi, the guy, kind of like that, right? So the same way we'll say boy. Okay, so this is also we are going to target this sound as well. And So from now on, do not say and fully. Do not pronounce this word fully, okay? And. No. Just remove A, remove D. You don't need to say A and D. Only say N. Only say N. Okay? In a sentence, if you only say N, you'll feel like, okay, your pronunciation is improving. At the same time, you feel like your fluency is improving because you would be so fast to speak. So, for example, the brave boy, the way you usually say, the brave boy and the golden bag, word by word. But if we actually follow the native people, it could be like the brave boy and the golden bag, sorry. The brave boy and the golden bag. You see? Here, I'm just saying and. And if you get any and in this small story, we can also make this one. So, for example, is there any and? You see? Here, just say only and, not the and, like honest and kind. Honest and kind, not honest and kind. Okay? Any other words? Any and? Any other and? Okay, no other. Okay? So whenever you would actually going to pronounce the and, do not say the full one, just say the middle one, only the alphabet N. And you know, me and my friend, not me and my friend. Okay, so we went there, I, myself, Kamrul, and my friend. You see, and my friend, not and my friend Sakib. Okay, this, and this. No, this, and this. You see, and this. So this is how we can actually become so fluent. Okay, we'll be giving another Zoom link after 10 minutes, kind of like that. Okay, so here the sound is G sound because this is alphabet G. So the G sound, and we know that if we get any kind of alphabet in between two slash, it will become sound G. That's why it's golden. G. It's a voiced one. Golden bag. Bag. Our two lips will touch together. So if we actually have a look in our first title or our story title, the perfect pronunciation would be The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. The Brave Boy and Golden Bag. The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. You see, and the Golden Bag. Golden Bag. The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. Okay? So hopefully you guys got it. Let's move forward. And I would be also talking about how to tell a story, great story, in the next Zoom link. Okay, let's move forward. If you see here, it's starting with once. Okay, it's like once. Then we're not going to actually focus on this O sound today. This is kind of vowel sound. Once upon a time. One thing you need to remember: if you get a in any sentence, okay, if you get a in any sentence, try to link together, not word by word, like once upon a time. No, once upon a time. And try to say this one instead of saying a, try to say this one as okay, this is also vowel sound. Once upon a time. And if you follow the connected speech, I know a lot of things would actually go to your above your head. I understand this one, but you need to actually understand this one to make your pronunciation perfect. So there is a connected speech rule. So connected speech rules consist of the sound. So in that particular connected speech rule, there is one rule, and that is if you get any word that is ending with a consonant sound and the right after word is starting with a vowel sound, then you need to link together. So here, upon, it's ending with the consonant sound N. And right after that, this one is starting with a vowel sound, right? That's why we are linking upon a, upon a, okay? Upon a. And this is the sound T sound, and the alphabet is T, okay? Try to force here, give it stress in that particular sound. So this is sound like T. I mean T sound, okay? Whenever you would actually see any kind of words that is starting with T, okay, without the or the, okay, without the or the, if you get any kind of word that is starting with T, try to give stress there. Try to give all the time stress, because this is in another way to call aspirated sounds. There are 3 aspirated sounds in English. If you fix these sounds, only 3 sounds, you 33% or 30% sounds would be perfect. I mean, your 30% English will be perfect. Okay, so you need to actually focus on this one. So we have learned that if we get any kind of word that is ending with a consonant sound, and right after that, if any word is starting with a vowel sound, then we link together. So for now, this one, once upon a time, will link together. It would become once upon a time. Once upon a time. And if you try to actually give proper expressions, alright everyone, today I would like to talk about a story, and that story starts in 2021. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Is it try to give your own expression, try to feel, make your audience feel like you are telling a story, try to make them imagine what you are trying to say, which is really important. So that's the thing. So here, once upon a time, okay, not once upon a time, not a time, once upon a time. This is T, and sound would be t, t, t sound like time, table, teacher, okay, then 10, not time, table, teacher, 10. You need to actually remember this one. And another sound that we usually make mistakes, like this one, was, okay, we say was, bro or brother. There is no sound in this word, okay. This is sound. Remember, it seems like this is S sound, I mean sound, but no, this is it will take sound like this one, like zoo, okay, zoo, zebra. So that's why we do not actually speak like native people. So there was not there was, okay, there was. And just shortly before, I told you guys what I told you, that if any word is ending with a consonant sound, you see, this is ending with a consonant sound, was is ending with a consonant sound, and there is another vowel sound, a. That's why it will link here as well. Was a, okay. There was a, not there was a, or not there was a, okay. Remember this one. These are really important. And then the same way we would actually pronounce the B sound, okay. Brave boy named Ben, okay. And if we actually fix this first sentence, how it actually seems like, it will like, once upon a time there was a brave boy named Ben. You see, brave boy named Ben. So here, it's gonna be really difficult to say like this, because we need to practice this sentence more and more, because we are pronouncing the same sound from the same position, and there are so many b sound. That's why it would be really difficult. It seems like a tongue twister for us, So it's gonna be a little bit difficult for all of us to actually pronounce this one. So we have fixed our first sentence, and the same way we'll be actually fixing our next sentences as well. We have got 3 minutes, okay. Now within 3 minutes I would like to go one by one, if you guys understand or not, and then I will actually give you another link where we'll be actually finishing this and rest of the lines. After that I will be actually talking about the sounds that would actually create a great impression on you, and we will be seeing that how you guys are going to speak or tell the story next time, as you have already done. Okay, now I would like to go to Raisulva. Can you please read from the moral story to this? Okay, let's read this portion. Raisulva. Okay, no worries. Abu Sufyan Bhaiya, can you hear me?
May I try?
Yes,
Yes, Abu
yes,
Sufyan.
I can hear.
I'm here.
Oh, Raisul Bhai has unmuted. Sorry, Abu Sufyan Bhai. Just 1 second. Okay, Raisul Bhai. Yes, please read these 2 sentences, please.
Okay, brothers. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Van.
Okay, relax. Okay,
Van lived
like, relax.
village.
Make your voice soft. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Van.
Like boy named Ben. No, there is no long sound. Okay, small sound. Like once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Van.
Okay, now try. Okay, say like time normally. Okay, normally no extra expression. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time,
there was a brave boy named Ben.
There was a brave boy named Ben.
Yes, there was a brave boy. You need to actually raise your voice, follow your voice at the same time. whenever you're saying the name Ben. Okay, here your voice will be going down. There was a voice will be up. There was a brave boy named Ben.
There was a brave boy named Ben.
Okay, now fast. Okay, fast.
There
Say
was
the
a
first
brave
sentence.
boy named Ben.
Say the whole sentence fast. Okay, but softly. Okay, gently. Okay, yeah. Say the first
So,
sentence.
brothers, I will say again.
Yes. Only the first sentence.
Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Okay, so here you are taking pause in between a brave boy. Okay, don't take any kind of pause there. You need to take pause only here because there is a comma. Okay, like once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Do it again.
Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Perfect, man. Perfect. Now give expression. Give expression. Say it like, oh, I'm going to tell you a story. You need to listen to me very carefully. You know what? Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. I'm actually giving straight stress, by the way. You do it, Ben.
Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Damn, man. This is the thing I was looking for. Now it feels like you are telling a story. Rabbi Bhaiya?
Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Okay, say it with me again. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Not time. Once upon a time. No. Relax. Okay, relax, Bhaiya. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Not time. Time.
Time.
Exactly. Time. Sorry? Guys, please mute yourself, guys. Whenever you are here, please make sure you guys muted yourself, okay? So, Rabbi Bhaiya, say with me. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, once upon a time. Yes, relax, okay? Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
There was a brave boy named Ben.
There was a brave boy named Ben.
Again, how do you say WAS? How do you say this one? Was? Was. Yeah, right. Was. There was a brave boy. There was a brave boy.
There was a brave boy.
Yeah, was a
Ben,
brave boy. Sorry?
It's Ben. Ben.
Ben, whatever.
Why Ben?
People usually call our name different way, you know? So it's like, it's fine if you actually mispronounce the name, no problem. Because some people, they say IRAN, Iran. Some people, they call it Iran. You know, it's up to you how you're going to actually say this one. Ben, whatever, you know? Okay, great. Anyone wants to try the first line?
Yes.
Yes, Shahriar Bhai, go on.
Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Great, perfect, man. This is, and, give some expression, soft expression, like so mysterious story you're going to telling, okay? Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Okay. So once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben.
Great, thank you very much. So let me actually mute everyone, and then Bhaiya, please unmute yourself, okay? So I have already muted everyone. Please Bhaiya, unmute yourself now. Okay, let's move forward. So we'll be actually, because there are so many things, and we haven't got that much subscription for the Zoom meeting, so we can't actually complete the whole one, okay? So next one, Ben lived in. So can anyone tell me the connected speech rule here that I told you guys? You see, here is one connected speech rule. Here is another one connected speech rule. Here is another one connected speech rule. So what would be the perfect pronunciation for lived in here with the A as well, the whole one? Who is going to actually tell me? What would be the connection in between three words? Shahriar Bhaiya, do you have any idea?
Actually, I don't have any idea, but I guess Ben lived in a small village.
Yeah.
Purata maybe ekshate hoga.
So how it's actually ending? It's ending with a consonant sound, isn't it? And the right after that, it is starting with a vowel sound. E is a vowel sound. Okay, I know that, guys, you haven't actually heard about those sounds before. You don't know the 44 sounds, I understand, but let me actually just give you the idea. So lived, here D is a consonant sound. I or starting with like e, in. Here is e is a vowel sound, so there is a linking, as I already know, as we already know from the connected speech rule. And here in, is a consonant sound, you see, and the right after that is a vowel sound. That's why we will link everything together. Like, not we are gonna say lived in a, it's like lived in a, you see, dina. Let me actually write here, okay? So for example, if I actually write here, it will like this. Just 1 second. So like ban is
ভাইয়া ভাইয়া জিনিসটা ক্লিয়ার হলাম না, আরেকবার একটু যদি থেকে
okay.
বলতেন।
So আমাদের প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনের মধ্যে একটা কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুল আছে, হ্যাঁ। এই কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুলের মধ্যে 44টা যে সাউন্ড আছে, এই সাউন্ডের মধ্যে কিছু কিছু সাউন্ড হচ্ছে কানেকশন হয়ে যায়। যেমন যে কোনো একটা ওয়ার্ড যদি শেষ হয় কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড দিয়ে, শেষের দিকে যদি কনসোনেন্ট একটা সাউন্ড ফিল হয়, তার পরবর্তী ওয়ার্ডটা যদি শুরু হয় ভাওয়াল সাউন্ড দিয়ে, সেখানে আপনাকে লিঙ্ক করতে হবে। কারণ আমরা নেটিভ স্পিকারদের বুঝি না, কারণ আমরা কানেক্টেড স্পিচ জানি না, কারণ নেটিভ স্পিকার অনেক বেশি ফাস্ট কথা বলে, বিকজ তারা লিঙ্ক করে কথাগুলো। আর এই লিঙ্কটা আসতেছে আপনার প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনে কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুল থেকে, ওকে। আর রুল নাম্বার 1 হচ্ছে, এখানে হচ্ছে কনসোনেন্ট রুল আছে, কনসোনেন্ট ভাওয়াল রুল আছে, ওকে। সো এই জন্য কনসোনেন্ট ভাওয়াল রুলটা নিয়ে আমরা কথা বলছি। কোনো ওয়ার্ড যদি শেষ হয় কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড দিয়ে, আর তারপরে ওয়ার্ডটা যদি শুরু হয় আমাদের ভাওয়াল সাউন্ড দিয়ে, তাহলে ওই জায়গাতে আমরা একটা লিঙ্ক করব। লিঙ্ক কীভাবে? যেমন ব্যান নর্মালি রয়েছে, ব্যান লাস্টে কী হয়েছে, এন দিয়ে শেষ হয়েছে, রাইট, সাউন্ড দিয়ে শেষ হয়েছে, ইটস এ কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড। তারপরে লি, রাইট, ল সাউন্ড, ল, দিস ইজ অলসো কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড, রাইট। সো আমরা জানি, তার কারণে এখানে এই কানেকশনটা হচ্ছে না, কারণ ব্যান ইজ এন্ডিং উইথ এ কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড, লি or lived, you see, is starting with a consonant sound, that's why we are not connecting here. But যখনই এরকম আসছে লাইক লিভ, আমি লিখলাম, হ্যাঁ, লি, LIVE, লি, তারপর যে ডি আসে না, ডি কিন্তু একটা ড সাউন্ড নেয়, এই ড সাউন্ড হচ্ছে কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড। তারপরে কি আসে আই অ্যান্ড, এটা কিন্তু শুরুই হচ্ছে আই দিয়ে, তো আই দিয়ে যদি শুরু হচ্ছে, এটা ই সাউন্ড দিচ্ছে, ইটস আ ভাওয়াল সাউন্ড, অ্যান্ড এটা কিন্তু একটা কনসোনেন্ট সাউন্ড। আবার যদি আমরা দেখি এটা কিন্তু ভাওয়াল সাউন্ড। তো এখন যেই কাজটা হইতেছে, যে কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুলস অনুযায়ী এই ডি এর সাথে এই আইটা চলে আসতেছে, তাহলে কি হয়ে যায় ডি, আর ন এর সাথে এইটা চলে আসতেছে, তাহলে না, রাইট। তাহলে কি হচ্ছে, ব্যান লিভ ডিনা, ইনস্টেড অফ সেইং ban lived in a, okay, not ban lived in a, it's like ban lived in a, okay। এই জন্য হচ্ছে আমরা নেটিভ স্পিকারদের বুঝি না, কারণ হচ্ছে তারা এই কানেক্ট করে করে কথা বলে, তারা অনেক দ্রুত কথা বলে, আমরা বলি যে আমরা শুনতে পারি কিন্তু বুঝতে পারি না, দ্যাটস বিকজ তারা হচ্ছে এই কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুলটা অজান্তেই তারা ব্যবহার করে, যার কারণে হচ্ছে আমাদের এই প্রবলেমগুলো হয়। আপনি যদি আরও বেশি জানতে চান বিস্তারিত, তাহলে আপনি ইউটিউবে সার্চ দেবেন কানেক্টেড স্পিচ নিয়ে, তখন আপনি ওয়ার্ডসগুলো বা সাউন্ডসগুলো দেখে দেখে বুঝতে পারবেন। সো ফর এক্সাম্পল, আমি আপনাকে আরেকটা যদি এক্সাম্পল দিই, হ্যাঁ, যেমন কিপ ইট আপ, ওকে, কিপ ইট আপ দ্য গুড ওয়ার্ক। সো কিপ ইট আপ দ্য গুড ওয়ার্ক, সো এখানে কোনটার সাথে কোনটা লিঙ্ক হবে কেউ আমাকে বলতে পারবেন? এনিওয়ান এলস? শারিয়ার ভাইয়া?
Which one, bro?
The first one, like, as you can see, keep it up the good work. So where to link?
Keep it up the good work. Keep it up the good work.
Yeah, where to link?
It up.
Yeah, why is that? Because keep is ending with a consonant sound, and eat is starting with a vowel sound, and also eat is ending with another consonant sound like t, right? And right after that, up is also starting with a vowel sound. That's why we are linking here. We do not say keep it up the good work. We say keep it up the good work, right? Keep it up the good work, or keep it up, bro. Keep going on. Keep going on. Why we actually say so fast?
এখানে আছে কনসোনেন্ট ভাওয়াল কনসোনেন্ট,
এক্স্যাক্টলি
কনসোনেন্ট ভাওয়াল,
এটা হচ্ছে রুলস, হ্যাঁ, এটা হচ্ছে কানেক্টেড স্পিচ একটা রুলস। সো এটা আপনি যখন বারবার প্র্যাকটিস করবেন, whenever you actually would see all the sounds, যখন সাউন্ডসগুলো আপনার চোখে ভাসবে, অটোমেটিকলি আপনার এই জিনিসগুলো মাথায় চলে আসবে। আমি আগেও বলছি যে এটা কিন্তু একদম বেসিকদের না, এটা একটা অ্যাভারেজ ক্লাস আমি নিচ্ছি, যেখানে আমি ধারণা দিচ্ছি আসলে কেন আমরা নেটিভদের মতো কথা বলতে পারি না, বিদেশিদের মতো কথা বলতে পারি না? বিকজ দে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ফলো দ্য কানেক্টেড স্পিচ রুল, অ্যান্ড এটা যখন বারবার প্র্যাকটিস করবেন, ইউ উইল অটোমেটিকলি সে দ্য ওয়ার্ডস উড কাম অটোমেটিকলি ফ্রম ইউর মাউথ, অ্যান্ড ইউ উইল বি সো ফ্লেক্সিবল টু ইউজ দিস কাইন্ড অফ ওয়ার্ডস। ওকে, সো এই জন্য আমরা এখানে কি করছি, এই কি, এটা হচ্ছে কনসোনেন্টটাকে রেখে আমরা হচ্ছে এই কনসোনেন্টটা আলাদা করে এটার সাথে আই দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, অ্যান্ড টি এটার সাথে আ দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, অ্যান্ড পরেরটা প, লাইক কি পি টাপ, কি পি টাপ। এই জন্য আমাদের পুরো লিঙ্কটা হচ্ছে খিবিটাপ, খিবিটাপ, খিবিটাপ। ওকে, উই ইউজুয়ালি সে খিবিটাপ, ড সাউন্ড সে, উই ইউজুয়ালি সে ড, খিবিটাপ। ওকে, গ্রেট। এনিওয়ান এলস যে আমি বুঝতে পারি নাই, এনিওয়ান ডিডন্ট গ্যাট ইট? আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ভাইয়া যে আপনারা সাউন্ড নিয়ে জানেন না, 44টা সাউন্ড আছে, ওইটা নিয়ে আপনাদের ধারণা কম। আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দিস ওয়ান, বাট এই যে আমি কথাগুলো বললাম যে একটা কনসোনেন্ট ভাওয়েল সাউন্ড একটা রুল কাজ করে, সো ইজ দেয়ার এনি প্রবলেম? ডিড ইউ গাইস গ্যাট ইট অর নট? বুঝতে পেরেছি সবাই? কারো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন আছে? শারিয়ার ভাইয়া, রাব্বি ভাইয়া?
আহ, না, বুঝতে পেরেছি, কোশ্চেন নাই, বাট হচ্ছে এটা কি মানে বেসিক রুলস এর ভিতরে এটা একটা রুলস,
এটাই,
আর
হ্যাঁ,
অনেকগুলো রুলস
এটাই
আছে
হচ্ছে
এরকম?
আপনার মেইন রুল, যেটার মাধ্যমে আপনি নেটিভ স্পিকার খুব সহজে বুঝতে পারবেন, আর আইএলস লিসেনিং এ অনেক ভালো স্কোর করতে পারবেন। শুধুমাত্র এই একটা রুল, যে কনসোনেন্ট দিয়ে শেষ হলে,
ও,
ভাওয়েল দিয়ে শুরু হলে তারা লিঙ্ক হবে, দ্যাটস ইট। দেখবেন আপনি আইএলসের বেশিরভাগ কথা বুঝতেছেন তখন, কারণ আইএলসের ইয়েগুলো যখন আপনি গাড়তে যাবেন অডিও বুকগুলো, তখন দেখবেন যে দে আর স্পিকিং সো ফাস্ট। কেন, কোন জায়গাতে ফাস্ট করতেছে, কোন জায়গাটা বুঝেন নাই? যেই জায়গাটা বুঝেন নাই মনে করবেন ওইখানে লিঙ্ক হইতেছে, হ্যাঁ, ওরা ফার্স্ট বলতেছে কারণ লিঙ্ক করতেছে ওরা, এই জন্য আমরা বুঝতে পারি না। এটা যখন বুঝে ফেলবেন তখন দেখবেন আইএলস যখন বসবেন তখন লিসেনিং আপনি ইজিলি আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড করতে পারবেন যে কী বলছে, কারণ এইভাবে আমি প্র্যাকটিস করেছি, অ্যান্ড আই গট 8 ব্যান্ড স্ক্রিন মাই আইএলস লিসেনিং টেস্ট। তো ফ্রম মাই এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আমি বলি যে এই জিনিসটা কাজ করেছে, মোস্ট অফ দ্য টাইম আপনিও বুঝতে পারবেন যে এই জিনিসটা কাজ করবে। হোপফুলি ইউ গাইজ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড। হ্যাঁ, এনি কোয়েশ্চেন?
ইয়েস।
ওকে, দেখেন, দেন আমরা আগে একটু আগে বললাম যে এস দিয়ে শুরু হলে আমরা একটা সাউন্ড করবো, সাউন্ড, রাইট? সো তাহলে কি হবে, এটা স্মল, স্মল, ওকে, নট সমল, ওকে, স্মল, ওকে, গুড। ইউ সি another word, v, not b, like village, no, your two lips will not touch together, your only lower lip will go by or under the, excuse me, under the upper teeth, like v, v. I'll be talking about these consonant sounds later on, okay, like village, village, you see, a vibration would actually happen in your throat, village, village. And we usually make mistake here with, we say with, but it would be with, okay, with, good, with, you see, এখানে যদি আমরা একটু খেয়াল করি এখানে কোনো রুল কাজ করতেছে কিনা দেখেন, এখানে কোনো রুল কাজ করতেছে না, এই যে ভিলেজ হিয়ার, হ্যাঁ, জ সাউন্ড, গ সাউন্ড অ্যাট দি এন্ড, উইথ, এটাও কিন্তু আপনার একটা সাউন্ড দেখেন, এইচ এইচ। আরেকটা নিয়ম মনে রাখেন, একটা নিয়ম সবসময় মনে রাখবেন, যদি পরপর দুইটা অ্যালফাবেট সিমিলার হয় তাহলে একটা অ্যালফাবেট উচ্চারণ করবেন। সো ফর এক্সাম্পল এখানে দেখেন উই, এইচ এইচ, ওকে, এই জন্য আমরা একটা অ্যালফাবেট যদি উচ্চারণ করি তাহলে কি হবে, উইথ হিজ, উইথ হিজ, বুঝছি, এইটা কিন্তু এখানে চলে আসছে, এই জন্য আমাদের কথা বলাটা আর একটু দ্রুত হয়ে যাচ্ছে, ফ্লুয়েন্সিটা আরও দ্রুত হচ্ছে। সো এই জন্য এটা হচ্ছে উইথ হিজ, নট উইথ হিজ, রাইট? আমরা কিন্তু সেপারেটলি প্রনাউন্স করতেছি না, উইথ হিজ, গুড। আর একটা হচ্ছে আপনার হচ্ছে অ্যালফাবেট সাউন্ড, আই মিন অ্যাসপাইরেটেড সাউন্ড, এটা আপনার মনে রাখতে হবে। দেয়ার আর 3 অ্যাসপাইরেটেড সাউন্ডস লাইক ফ, থ অ্যান্ড খ সাউন্ড, এই তিনটা হচ্ছে অ্যাসপাইরেটেড সাউন্ড। আপনি যদি এই তিনটা সাউন্ডের উপর কাজ করেন তাহলে আপনার 33%
অ্যাসপারেট সাউন্ড মানে কি ভাইয়া?
যেখানে আপনি স্ট্রেস দিবেন, যেখানে আপনি স্ট্রেস দিবেন। সো ফর এক্সাম্পল আমরা নর্মালি বলতাম প্যারেন্টস, বাট এখানে স্ট্রেস দিলে কি হবে, প্যারেন্টস, প্যারেন্টস, রাইট? নর্মালি আমরা বলতাম পিপল, বাট ওইখানে স্ট্রেস দিলে কি হবে, পিপল। যেখানে আমরা বলতাম টাইম, ওইখানে স্ট্রেস দিলে কি হবে, টাইম। যেখানে আমরা বলতাম টমেটো, ওইখানে স্ট্রেস দিলে কি হবে, টমেটো। যেখানে আমরা বলতাম কিং, ওইখানে স্ট্রেস দিলে কি হবে, কিং। দিজ আর কল অ্যাসপারেটেড সাউন্ডস, আর এগুলো অনেক বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট আপনার ইংলিশ প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনটাকে ফিক্স করার জন্য। বুঝতে পেরেছি ভাইয়া?
ইয়েস।
ওকে, সো তাহলে যদি আমরা পুরো সেন্টেন্সটাকে একটু বলি তাহলে কি হবে, Ben lived in a small village with his parents, with his parents। এই সাউন্ডটা কিন্তু লাস্টে করতে হবে সাউন্ড, আমরা অনেক সময় এগুলো অ্যাভয়েড করি। দেখবেন আইএলটিএস লিসেনিংয়ের সময় যখন একটা সাউন্ড করে গেছে উত্তরটা কিন্তু আপনার লাস্টে এস আছে, তখন আপনি ধরতে পারতেছেন না, কারণ আপনি ওইভাবে ওই জিনিসটা শুনতে পারেন নাই। গুড, দেখেন এখানে ওয়াজ পড়ছি, এখানেও সেম জিনিসটা আসছে, ওয়াজ, সেম সিমিলার ওয়ার্ড। আমরা জাস্ট কয়েকটা জিনিস নিয়ে যদি প্র্যাকটিস করি না, বাকি সব দেখবেন সিমিলার, সেম ওয়ার্ড আসতেছে, সেম জিনিস আসতেছে, আপনার প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনটা সুন্দর হয়ে যাবে। দেখেন একটু আগে আমরা ফি পড়ছি না, জাস্ট 1 সেকেন্ড, একটু আগে আমরা প্যারেন্টস পড়ছি, যদি এটা যদি প্যারেন্টস হয় এটা কি হবে? ফি হবে না? ফি হলে কি হচ্ছে? ফোর, ফোর, রাইট? যেমন আমরা ব পড়ছি, হি, দেখেন আবার ওয়াজ আসছে, আবার ফি আসছে, তাহলে কি হবে? ওয়াজ পোলাইট, নট পোলাইট, পোলাইট। ওকে, এখানে আবার খে আসছে, তাহলে অ্যাসপারেটেড সাউন্ড অনুযায়ী এটাকে আমরা কি বলবো? কাইন্ড, কাইন্ড। এইভাবে যখন আমরা প্র্যাকটিস করবো 1 দিন 2 দিন 3 দিন 4 দিনের মধ্যে, দেখবেন আপনার ইংলিশ স্পিকিংটা অনেক বেশি সুন্দর হয়ে যাচ্ছে। ওকে, আরেকটা রুল আপনি শিখেন, সেটা হচ্ছে যদি
ভাইয়া এই যে এইখানে উইথ উইথ হিজ, এটার জায়গায় এইজটাকে উজ্জ্বল বলছেন না? উইথ হিজ,
একটা
উইথ
দুইটা
হিজ
তো অলরেডি আছে না, একসাথে পাশাপাশি দুইটা থাকার কারণে আপনি একটাকে উজ্জ্বল করে আরেকটা উচ্চারণ করেন, কারণ দেখেন সেম জায়গা থেকে তো আমার প্রডিউস করতে হইতেছে, তাই না? মানে সাউন্ডটা তো সেম জায়গাতেই আসতেছে, সাউন্ডটা যদি সেম জায়গাতে আসে তাহলে একটা সাউন্ডই করেন, বাট এমনভাবে রাখেন যেন দুইটা সাউন্ডেরই মিনিং বুঝায়। বুঝতে পারছি?
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
মানে কারণ
না আমি ভাবছি হচ্ছে এটা যে আপনি আবার কোন রুলস বললেন কিনা, এই যে উইথ হিজ, কারণ
এটাও একটা রুলস বলা যায়, হ্যাঁ, কারণ হচ্ছে দুইটা যদি একই রকমের সাউন্ড, হ্যাঁ, দুইটা যদি একই রকমের সাউন্ড পাশাপাশি বসে, তখন সেম জায়গাতে তো আপনি সাউন্ডটা উচ্চারণ করবেন, তাহলে একটা কি করেন, দুইটাকে একটা বানাই ফেলেন।
ও আচ্ছা, একটা সাইলেন্ট করে ফেলবো।
সো ফর এক্সাম্পল আমি একটা দেখাই আপনার, যেমন আপনি যদি বলেন এখানে, হ্যাঁ, জাস্ট 1 সেকেন্ড, ধরেন আই গট টু গো, এখানে কোন দুইটা অ্যালফাবেট পাশাপাশি বসছে?
টি টি
টি, তাহলে দুইটাকে একটা বানাই দেন, তাহলে কি হইব? আই গট টু গো,
আই গট গো,
ও আই গট গো। যদি আপনি যদি ওই ইয়াতে যান, শর্টেনে যান, তাহলে আই গট গো, বাট নর্মালি যদি আপনি নর্মাল বলেন, দুইটা থেকে যদি একটা টি বলেন, তখন কি হবে? আই গট টু গো, আই গট টু গো,
আই গট গো। ও
ইউ সি, ফ্রম
ওকে
সেম
ওকে,
সেম প্লেস। বুঝতে পারছি? ক্লিয়ার ভাইয়া?
বুঝতে পারছি বুঝতে পারছি, হ্যাঁ
ওকে,
বুঝতে পারছি।
সো এভরি, আবার ভি আসতেছে, এভরি ডে। রিমেম্বার, কোনো ওয়ার্ডের শেষে যদি আপনার এই এবং ওয়াই দিয়ে শেষ হয়, যে কোনো ওয়ার্ড এই এবং ওয়াই দিয়ে শেষ হয়, তার শেষের দিকে আমরা এই উচ্চারণ করব, এই, এটা হচ্ছে একটা ভাওয়াল সাউন্ড, এই উচ্চারণ করব, তাহলে এটাকে আমরা নর্মালি বলি ডে, এখন হয়ে যাবে ডেই। ওকে, সো ফর এক্সাম্পল আমি আরও কিছু ওয়ার্ড লিখতেছি, আপনি আমার সাথে একটু রিপিট করেন। যদি ভাই এটা ডেই হয়, বা রুলস অনুযায়ী যদি এই এবং ওয়াই দিয়ে শেষ হয়, তার শেষে যদি আমরা এই উচ্চারণ করি, তাহলে এটা কি হবে ভাইয়া?
সেই,
তাহলে এটা কি হবে?
সেই,
নেক্সট,
মেই, বেই, রানওয়ে, হাইওয়ে।
দেন হচ্ছে সপ্তাহে 7 দিন নাম, স্যাটারডে, সানডে, মানডে, টিউসডে, ওয়েডনেসডে, থার্সডে, ফ্রাইডে। You see, only one rule. If you get any kind of word that is ending with A and Y, you will have to say A at the end for each and every word. So for example, আরেকটা জিনিস দেখাই আমি আপনাকে, আমরা নর্মালি বলি প্লে, বাট রুলস অনুযায়ী কি হবে? রুলস অনুযায়ী প্লেই হবে, প্লে, কারণ শেষের দিকে আমাদেরকে এই উচ্চারণটা করতে হচ্ছে। এই জিনিসগুলো মাথায় রাখতে হবে, হ্যাঁ। যে কোনো ওয়ার্ড যদি শেষ হয় এ এবং ওয়াই দিয়ে, তার শেষের দিকে হচ্ছে আমরা এই উচ্চারণটা করব, এই। তাহলে এভরি ডে, এভরি ডে। গুড টু নো দ্যাট। ওকে, দেন ব্যান ওয়াকড, ওয়াক টু, ওকে, ঠ ড। রিমেম্বার, এই দেখেন দুইটা সাউন্ড করি, ঠ ড, ঠ ড, ঠ ড, সেম পজিশন থেকে দুইটা সাউন্ড হচ্ছে। ওকে, ঠ ড, সেম পজিশন থেকে যেহেতু দুইটা সাউন্ড হচ্ছে, এই ঠ এর জন্য হচ্ছে এটা আনভয়েসড, বাট ড ইজ ভয়েস। এই সেম পজিশন থেকে হওয়ার কারণে আমরা একটাকে উচ্চারণ করব। ওকে, ওয়াক টু, নট ওয়াকড টু, ওয়াকড টু, নো, মেক ইট ওয়ান, ওয়াক টু, ওকে, ব্যান ওয়াক টু, কাইন্ড অফ লাইক দ্যাট। তখন দেখবেন আপনার ইংলিশ প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনটা অনেক বেশি সুন্দর হবে, অ্যান্ড আপনি অনেক দ্রুত ইংলিশে কথা বলতে পারবেন। এই দেখেন আবার CH, এটা খ সাউন্ড নেয়, অ্যাসপারেটের সাউন্ডটা নেয়, তাহলে কি হবে? সিকুল হবে না, খ সাউন্ড, তাহলে কি হবে? স্কুল। আমি আপনাকে বলেছি যে অ্যাস দিয়ে শুরু হলে প্রথমে আমরা একটা সাউন্ড করবো, রাইট? তাহলে কি হচ্ছে? স্কুল, স্কুল, স্কুল। থ্রো, দেখেন এই যে থ্রো, আবার শেষ হয়েছে কি দিয়ে? H দিয়ে। শুরু হয়েছে কি দিয়ে? এই দিয়ে, তার মানে কনসোনেন্ট দিয়ে শেষ হচ্ছে, ভাওয়াল দিয়ে শুরু হচ্ছে, তাহলে কি হবে? থ্রোয়া, থ্রোয়া। বিগ পার্ক, আবার সাউন্ড, আবার অ্যাসপারেটেড, এখানে স্টে দিতে হবে, পার্ক। বুঝছি, এইভাবেই তো লিঙ্ক হয়, এইভাবেই তো মনে করেন নেটিভরা অনেক দ্রুত কথা বলে ফেলে। দেন ওয়ান, ব্রাইট, মর্নিং। দেখেন এখানে সবগুলোকে আমাদের উচ্চারণ করতে হইতেছে, কারণ কোনোটাই কিন্তু দুইটা সিমিলার অ্যালফাবেট দিয়ে শুরু হয়নি, বা দুইটা সিমিলার অ্যালফাবেট দিয়ে কিন্তু শেষের দিকে কিন্তু শেষ হয়নি, রাইট? এই জন্য আমাদেরকে পুরো ওয়ার্ডগুলোকেই ওয়ার্ড বাই ওয়ার্ড প্রোনাউন্স করতে হচ্ছে। যেমন ওয়ান ব্রাইট মর্নিং, ওয়ান ব্রাইট মর্নিং while walking beside the park gate. Okay, it's a gate sound. Park gate. Ben saw, you see, Ben saw, এখানে আবার লিঙ্ক হবে না, কারণ saw এখানে কিন্তু লিঙ্ক হচ্ছে, আটা একসাথে যুক্ত হয়েছে। Ben saw a black bag under a, you see, and a sound together, এখানেও লিঙ্ক হয়ে যাচ্ছে, under a bench, under a bench, not under a bench. He picked, you see, the sound and sound, he picked up, link হবে না, according to the connected speech rule, he picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy. The bag was heavy. So hopefully you guys actually understood. So now আমরা বুঝতে পারছি আসলে এখানে কোথায় কোন ধরনের লিঙ্কগুলো হবে। এই লিঙ্কগুলোকে আমরা মাথায় রেখে দেন হচ্ছে আমরা যখন বলবো, দেখবেন আপনার প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনটা আগের তুলনায় অনেকাংশে ইমপ্রুভ হবে। অ্যাট দ্য সেম টাইম আপনি যখন এগুলো দৈনন্দিন প্র্যাকটিস করবেন, দেখবেন আরও বেশি ভালো করতে পারবেন। এখন যদি আমরা ট্রাই করি এই স্টোরিটা বলার জন্য, let me try, okay, one by one. Okay, moral story: the brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time there was a brave boy named Imran, or named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor but was polite, honest and kind. Every day Ben walked to the school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy. You see, যখন আসতেছে তখন কিন্তু আমি সাথে সাথে লিঙ্ক করে ফেলতেছি, যেখানে যেখানে লিঙ্ক করা দরকার এখানে কিন্তু আমি লিঙ্ক করে ফেলতেছি, যার কারণে আমার দ্রুত কিন্তু স্টোরিটা শেষ হয়ে যাচ্ছে, দ্রুত কিন্তু বলতে পারতেছি। সো আপনারা আশা করতেছি বুঝতে পারছেন। এখানে রিমেম্বার যেই সাউন্ডগুলোতে আমরা ফোকাস করেছি, এটা হচ্ছে সাউন্ড, রিমেম্বার দুইটা লিপ হচ্ছে একসাথে টাচ হবে, ওকে, ব সাউন্ড, গ সাউন্ড, and then sound, okay, time, table, teacher, then technique, technology, kind of like that. And then we have already focused on other sounds as well, like sound, p তে আমরা ফোকাস করেছি, sound কোথায়, sound, okay, sound এ ফোকাস করেছি, then sound এ ফোকাস করেছি, প প ট ড ক ক, okay, good. So দেখেন এই সাউন্ডগুলো কিন্তু আমরা অলরেডি কভার করে ফেলেছি, লাইক ফ ব ঠ ড খ গ। অনলি বেসড অন দিস সাউন্ডস আমরা কিন্তু একটা সুন্দর একটা স্টোরি উইথ প্রপার প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনের মাধ্যমে কিন্তু বলতে পারতেছি। আবার এই জিনিসগুলিকে আরও বেশি পারফেক্ট করতে হলে আপনি এই স্লাইডগুলো দেখতে পারেন, এখানে প্রপার এক্সপ্লেনেশন দেওয়া আছে, ওকে, এখানে আরও অনেকগুলো এক্সাম্পল দেওয়া আছে, কীভাবে সাউন্ড করতে হবে, ভয়েস হবে কখন, ভয়েস হবে না, এই জিনিসগুলো আপনি দেখতে পারেন। দেন এখানে কিছু এক্সাম্পল দেওয়া আছে, এক্সাম্পল ওয়ার্ড লাইক paper, I mean as voiceless.
Brother, your sound is very low. Okay,
Oh,
if you speak loudly, it will be better for us.
How about now? How about now? Is it good enough? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear. Okay, okay.
Okay, great. So,
Get it.
so if you actually have a look here, there are so many examples, okay? You can actually just go through these examples like pen, paper, park, people, pig. Don't say actually pen, paper, park, people, pig, because this is aspirated sound and it actually gives stress here. Okay, pizza, power, pink, police, piano, then sound, book, baby, banana, bowl, then sound, blue, brother, bank, bread, boat, then minimal pair, po and sound, okay, pat, bat, pig, big, pack, bag, park, bark, cap, cab, okay, and then and the sound দিচ্ছে এখানে অনেকগুলো এক্সাম্পল দেওয়া আছে, মিনিমাল পেয়ার দেওয়া আছে। You guys can actually go through this, and there are some tongue twisters, okay? You guys can also practice tongue twisters, as we have already practiced the p sound, and the tongue twister would be Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. It's kind of like that. You know, you can actually go through these tongue twisters. I would be actually sharing this lecture slide with all of you. Now, right now, we are going to tell this story again, as we have already told you guys that let's first say the story, and later on, after fixing all of our pronunciation problem in this story, then we will tell the story again, okay? Let me try again, because I haven't actually read these sort of things before. I got them from the slides from my editor, and I'm actually practicing with you. It's not all about like practicing to make you guys practice. It's something like practicing for me as well. Okay, thanks very much for coming. And let me actually go through the story first. After that, we'll be actually going one by one. Okay, I know this time would be a little bit complicated because you got to know a lot of things. Okay, আমরা জানি যে এখন অনেক বেশি কমপ্লিকেটেড হবে, কারণ আমরা অনেক রুলস শিখেছি, অনেক কিছু জেনেছি, সব কিছু মাথায় রেখে বলাটা হয়তো বা টাফ হতে পারে, বাট দ্য মোর ইউ উইল প্র্যাকটিস দ্য মোর ইউ উইল সাউন্ড উড বি পারফেক্ট. ওকে. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my presentation. Today I would like to tell you a story before going or diving into the presentation. This is a moral story, The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to the school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy. Okay, so you see, whatever I told you guys, the words I actually pronounce, you guys understood because I pronounced them correctly, and there was connected speech rule. That's why I was a little bit fast. I understand this one. Now you will also become perfect, I hope, in this story. Now let's go one by one and see if there is any progress to tell this story or not. Okay, now who would like to actually go first? Who would like to tell the story first? Just raise your hand, guys.
Me?
Just raise your hand, Baya. Raise your hand. I will be actually giving a chance. Okay, now Junaid Chaudhary, Bhaiya. Yes, Bhaiya, go on.
Should I start from the beginning? Just
No,
how you started?
don't just say, okay, moral story, the brave boy. No, try to actually say a story, tell a story. Okay,
Okay.
you know what happened in 2021? Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben, or you can also call your brother as well. Ben lived in a small village in his parents, or I watched a TV series where there was a person whose name was Ben, and once upon a time, he was living in a small village. Try to create your own story. Try to create your own universe. Don't just go with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Bear.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, existing here, 14 people here in this platform now. Now, I would like to share a story. Before diving into that story, I think it's more important to know about the moral of the story. Well, the moral of the story is The Brave Boy and the Golden Bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great, man. Great. Perfect. It was good. Good enough, man. You see? So that was an amazing improvement. And you're already, like, your English is already good, man. So didn't actually just realize that you learned a lot of things from me because you have already improved a lot. Great. Thanks very much, Bhaiya, for your participation. So next, who would like to actually tell the story? Next. Just raise your hand, guys. Raise your hand. If you do not actually go for a try, then it will be really tough for you to understand this one. Okay, I'm going to call one by one. Okay, and then let's go to Shariar Bhaiya. Shariar Bhaiya, can you please read the story for us?
But I'll try later. Azan is being called here.
Okay. I think yeah, anyone else who can actually read the story right now? Okay, then Sultan Adem. Sultan brother. Okay, no problem. Shajad. Shanjida Akhtar.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, Shajad Bhaiya. Yes, go on, Bhaiya.
Yeah, here is a moral story, The Brave Boy and the Golden Bear. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was bright, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate, man. You see, guys, so there is one difference. Bhaiya was actually going word by word, okay? He was pronouncing all the words, not linking. So that's why it seems like he is reading a story, not telling a story, okay? And also he has lack of knowledge of aspirated sound, because like the way he actually pronounced the word polite, he said like polite or something like that. I didn't actually get it because he need to actually give here some stress to pronounce this word. Like it is starting with aspirated sound, so how can actually avoid this one? It's polite. And you would also like realize that there was lack of expression, intonation gap, while he was telling the story. Something like he is just reading the story. It's not like he is telling us a story. Otherwise, we would have been seen some sort of expression from his excitement. Okay, but yeah, it is good. Okay, but next time try to actually give proper expression in proper word, and try to pronounce the words correctly. And there was no linking, because you said like once upon a time there was a brave boy, word by word. No, I told you like there should be a link in between. The word is ending with a consonant and the word is ending with a vowel. Like once upon a time there was a brave boy named Ben. Okay, then you can actually create a great story. Okay, we are running out of time. Okay, next, who would like to actually go first? I mean, next. Sharia Bhai is going banana. Okay, not now. Okay, and then we have got Azad Hussain.
Hello, sir.
Yep. Go on, Bhaiya. Sultan, brother. Yes. How are you, brother? You're from
Uh,
Somalia, brother. Yeah.
yeah, I know you. I know.
Yeah, guys, we have got an international student here. Okay, Sultan, he is one of my
How are
students.
you doing, sir? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Back in 2022, right, Sultan? Or 2023?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
back in 2023, we started in the same coaching center. We started together. So Sultan is from Somalia. So he's a great person, Sultan. Yeah, Sultan, brother, can you please go and read the story?
Okay, let me start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation, and I would like to share the story. So the story tells us the brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. So Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to a school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Great, thank you very much. How do you say this one, brother?
A big bag.
Okay, big park, big park.
Or a big park.
Not peak. It's big,
Or a big
park.
A big bag, a park.
Park, exactly, a big park. Okay. So Sultan, you need to actually work on the sound ba, and also how do you say this one?
Parents.
No, not parents. It's parents.
Oh, parents.
No, only parents. Say parents.
Parents.
Great. That's enough. Okay. How do you say this one?
I'm ready to.
Poor. Good. No, I really liked the way you actually say this sentence, because it was good, man. Because you were following the falling and rising tone. Good. And how do you actually link here? How do you say these?
Walk to school.
Not worky. It's walk to school. Walk to school.
Oh. Walk to school.
Yeah, I told you like here the D would be omitted. Work to school, okay? Work to school. Ben, walk to school. Not
walk to school. Yeah, walk to school.
Walk to school. Yeah, walk to school. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Sultan Bhaiya. Okay, now Sharia Bhaiya, go on.
Okay. I went to my friend's house a couple of weeks ago, and I heard a moral story. Then I would like to share in this platform with you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shahriar Rahman Shakil. The moral story: the brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy. Thank you,
Mashallah,
guys.
mashallah, mashallah. That was good, man. That was good. It was like, we are listening to a story from a storyteller here. So, how do you actually pronounce this?
Day.
Yeah, you did.
I,
You did say only day.
what okay, thank. Okay, okay.
No worries, Bhaiya. It's okay, Bhaiya, but it was beautiful. It was really beautiful, incredible to listen from your mouth about this story. Okay, who's going to next? Mohammed Raisul Bhaiya. Mohammed Raisul Bhaiya.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think your all concentration to me. So I'm going to share about your moral story, the brave boy and the golden bag. Once upon a time, there was a brave boy named Ben. Ben lived in a small village with his parents. He was poor, but he was polite, honest, and kind. Every day, Ben walked to school through a big park. One bright morning, while walking beside the park gate, Ben saw a black bag under a bench. He picked up the bag carefully. The bag was heavy.
Hooray! Good, 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 good job, man. Good job, great. Thank you very much, Bhaiya. Thanks for telling this story. It was nice. All right, so guys, you see, English is easy, to make our pronunciation perfect. We need to just work on the specific thing. So if you actually work on the sounds, especially the alphabets, if you work on the word stress, syllables, at the same time, if you work on connected speech, your accent will change automatically. It's not like we are changing our accent. It's something like we are trying to understand the exact thing to improve our pronunciation. So yeah, that's it. And we are running out of time. So I would like to actually finish our class here. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed. It's not all about like, free is something like you don't take it free, because this is what you'd not actually get from a renowned coaching center even, no, like you'd not get the good trainer as well. They won't actually give that much value to learn like this. Okay, so the more you actually learn like this, just go to YouTube, search whatever I told today. Okay, find some videos and practice on them. You will feel like, okay, the real English is improving in you, and you feel like, okay, now I'm actually
ব্রাদার
working in a good way.
কিছু ভিডিও যদি আপনি গ্রুপে শেয়ার করতেন
Just
আমরা
follow.
হচ্ছে
Yeah,
সার্চ দিয়ে
I would
হচ্ছে
be
দেখা
trying to
যায়
follow.
রাইট ওয়ানটা খুঁজে পাই না কখন
Yeah,
অনেক সময়
brother. You see, look, you guys 10 people are here almost. So tomorrow, some other people would come. They would start saying, "What is that? What is that?" But I'm just focusing on those people who would be regular. All the time I would be calling them, not other people. I understand that people like it's almost 1 o'clock, almost a midnight here in my place. So I could have actually sleep. I shouldn't actually think about you guys. But this is what I really love to actually do, and this is what I really enjoy to share with other people. So I would be actually sharing the slide, Bhaiya. I would be sharing the slide in our group. So yeah, any questions from anyone? If you guys have any kind of questions, just go on and say, yep. Any questions?
Brothers, I have question.
Yep, go on.
Okay, so maybe I show you 2024 in Dhaka University Language Club. So is it
Yes,
right or
I
not?
was one of the instructor in Dhaka University Language Club.
Okay, brothers. Actually, that time I was a student of Dhaka College, honors first year. But right now I'm honors third year. Okay, so just I saw you one time. Okay, one day here. So after that, when I see you, I watch you in the video. So I think maybe you are that person or not. Okay, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
that
sure.
person, but
Right
yeah,
now,
I can vividly remember that I was one of the instructor of Dhaka University Language Club, and later on, because I was also preparing myself for the IELTS test when I was conducting sessions in Dhaka University Language Club. It was fun, There were a lot of people from Dhaka University, which was my dream university in Bangladesh. Great, Bhaiya.
okay, brothers. Okay,
Appreciate it.
brothers.
Anyone else?
Good points. Thank you so much.
Any questions from anyone? Sultan Bhaiya, Rabbi, Saib Bhaiya, or there are 10 people. We had Afi Apu as well. Right, so we didn't actually go. Yep. So remember one thing, brother. Whenever I'm actually conducting a class, try to take it so seriously. At the same time, whenever I'm giving chance to actually speak, to not lose that chance, because who knows, maybe by getting some feedback from me, you can actually improve yourself very well. So I'm not going to actually just going one by one and ask every time why shouldn't you actually speak, why you are not speaking. It's the responsibility by yourself, okay? Because you know what we are going to do here, you know everything that you're going to actually do. So it's up to you how you're going to actually utilize your time. You can watch thousands of videos from YouTube. You can even watch a bunch of things. You can listen a bunch of people, but at the end you will have to work by yourself. So do not just listen to me, work on it. And whenever I'm giving chance, try to get the opportunity, man. Opportunity will actually change your entire life, and you will get amazing rewards in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next session one day, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'd be maybe busy with my work, and I do have some assignment to complete. So maybe the day after tomorrow I will be coming up in the same time. See you in the free next session, man. We will be finishing all the rules and regulations about pronunciations. Okay, in a good way,
Thank you,
legal way.
Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You guys are welcome. Appreciate it, man.